Aloha and good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:01 p.m. on Thursday, January 11, 2024, and I call the Committee on Public Safety meeting to order. In the council chambers today, I would like to welcome Committee Vice Chair, Councilmember Tolba, and Councilmember Dos Santos Tam. I also would like to welcome Councilmember Tupola, who will be participating remotely by video conference. Councilmember Tupola, in accordance with Section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statutes, please identify each person who is with you at your location.
Aloha, Chair. I'm here alone. Thank you so much for having me virtually.
Mahalo, Councilmember Tupola. Pursuant to Section 92-3.7 Hawaii Revised Statutes, this meeting will be conducted as a remote meeting by interactive conference technology with the following procedures in effect for the meeting. Members of the public will be allowed to provide oral testimony on all items on the agenda in the following order: in person in the council chamber and remotely. In person and remote oral testimony will be allowed when each agenda item is taken up. Before testifying, each person shall state their name for the record. Each speaker will be limited to a 1-minute presentation on each item. Moving to agenda item number 1, Resolution 23-303. This resolution accepts a gift to the city of a new Asus laptop. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, mahalo. I got ahead of myself. I skipped a page. Okay. So all persons who have registered to testify in person will be called upon first. When your name is called, please proceed to the podium. When the timer goes off, please conclude your remarks promptly. Persons who have not registered will be given an opportunity to testify following the registered testifiers. I will then proceed to remote testimony via video conference or phone. When your name is called, please monitor your screen and activate your audio feed when prompted. For those who are joining us by telephone only, I will identify you by the last 3 digits of your phone number. When your number is called, please listen for the prompt to unmute and press *6. Persons who have not registered to testify remotely will be given an opportunity to offer testimony. To indicate your desire to speak, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom or press *9 on your telephone. Some friendly reminders and tips: video conference from a quiet location if possible. If you are also watching the proceedings on Olelo, please mute your television at the time you are called to testify. When the timer on screen reaches 0, please conclude your remarks promptly. HRS Section 92-3.7 requires that all votes at remote meetings be conducted by roll call unless unanimous. Therefore, I will first call for objections, and if there are any, I will call for a roll call vote. For those council members participating from outside the council chamber, in accordance with HRS Section 92-3.7, the meeting will automatically recess if we lose audiovisual contact with you, and we cannot reconvene until we reestablish contact. Therefore, please notify me if you will be leaving the meeting, even if only for a short period of time. Written testimonies, including the testifier's address, email address, and phone number, will be available to the public as described on the posted agenda. As a courtesy, please turn off all cell phones for the duration of this meeting. Mahalo. Okay, now moving to agenda item number 1, Resolution 23-303. This resolution accepts a gift to the city of a new Asus laptop, ID Core software, data card, ID3, Sigma double-sider printer, MS LifeCam Studio webcam, Pelican hard case, 5 4-color ribbons, and printer maintenance valued at $6,926.42 from the deputies of the Honolulu Police Department's Law Enforcement Explorer Program. And here with us today, I believe we have Acting Major Michael Kunishima from the Community Affairs Division of HPD. Aloha, Major.
Aloha. Thank you, Chair. And Committee on Public Safety. I'm Captain Michael Kunishima from the Honolulu Police Department Community Affairs Division, and we would like to ask you to continue the support of the deputies for the Law Enforcement Explorer Program. The equipment that they're buying is the same equipment that the community policing team has for their Keiki ID, Kapuna ID programs that they bring out to remote locations to provide IDs for the community. Okay, I'm here for any questions if you guys have. Thanks.
Thank you. Members, any questions? Yes, Vice Chair Toba.
Thank you again for all the things you're doing with the Explorer program. And yeah, 100% support. But I want to ask, with all the explorers, how many of them become police officers, say out of the 20 or 30?
So actually, in the department there, we are kind of trying to track it from the inception because it went back so long time ago. But offhand, I know of like 10 officers that were previous explorers, not only in the state, but out of state too, that became metropolitan police officers. Another thing that we talked about before was the Explorer program. We are starting the cadet program. So actually one of the explorers that is currently in the Explorer program got accepted to the cadet program, which is be starting next week. So we're very excited about that and the program moving forward in its sort of pilot phase that we're got going on. So yeah, I believe now the cadet program is definitely going to be the stepping stone and flow chart for the explorers to see a professional career in law enforcement.
Awesome, great program. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Major Kunishima, I also had a just quick question. You know the program, this Explorer program, how long is it? And where do you find the participants? Do you go to the schools or is it just posted on a website? How do people know about it? And how long does it take for the program from start to finish?
Yeah. So the Explorer program, thank you for your question again, Chair, but the Explorer program, they do have ongoing continuous recruitment. The Explorer program, they do work with our human resources divisions, the other CPT on teams in the other districts to find quality applicants. They recently, go to other community events in the community to set up a booth and to talk to other kids their age to try and get it into the program. So I think that there are different tasks to get into the program. The other part with this renewed effort for the Explorer program, I believe that there is no set curriculum. So they have agendas or training and skills that they learn throughout the entire year. So as you know, with school, some of the kids are explorers are still in school. So with sports or whatever, they can come in and out of the department, but the training goes all year round.
I may have asked this before, but if you could remind me, so the ages, was it 12 to 18?
No, it's 14 to 20.
14
and
to
so
20.
the overlap is the cadet program takes kids from 18 where they become paid employees of the Honolulu Police Department on a limited term basis and until they're ready to move into the recruit school.
Thank you, Major Kunishima. Members, no further questions? Okay. So seeing no
Chair, could I ask a follow-up question?
Oh, I'm sorry, Councilmember Tupola.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a follow-up question to what she was asking. So you're saying that from the Explorer program, they can transition into a paid position, a limited paid position in HPD. So how does that connect up to this new cadet program that they're starting this year? And has that already started? Is it through your division or somebody else?
Well, the Human Resource Department still does the background checks, and they go through the exact same process that a metropolitan recruit officer would go through. So that all goes through Human Resources Division, and then once they send out a letter for employment, then they then let us know that how many cadets are going to be starting, and then we set up a program from there.
So just to be clear, the cadet program, the one that's not for kids in high school, but rather anyone 18 and older, that is also run through your division?
Yes, definitely with help from the training division and other departments inside the Honolulu Police Department. But they go through orientation, training process Monday through Thursday, and then we, from the Community Affairs Division, we hold a Friday training at the Police Academy where we go over academics, where we introduce them to laws, they maintain their fitness, and then we do also PT at the end of the day to keep them.
And how many cadets did you guys already start that program? I mean, we need it, right?
Yeah, so actually we're going to start that program coming up on Tuesday. So there are 4 cadets that were into the initial program, but because it's a continuous recruitment process, as soon as other cadets meet the qualifications, then they'll be slotted into our position. But
so you guys are starting with 4, and yes. What is the goal for how many cadets you guys would like to be training in this program?
I remember last time I was here, you guys were saying possibly in the hundreds, and definitely that is a goal that maybe potentially in the future we could obtain. But I believe through the Chief's strategic plan, we're looking at 15 to 20 cadets continuously coming in and out of the program throughout the year to maintain that group, that qualified applicants that we can slot into the upcoming recruit classes.
And that length of when they are a cadet and in this, I guess, limited position in HPD lasts how long?
They complete the program after 6 months, but they can be in there until they're age eligible. So somebody who's 18 or 19 when they get in, they could stay in the program all the way to 21, and then from there they're transitioned to the next recruit class. Let's say if a cadet is 25, as soon as they finish their 6-month cadet training, then they will be assigned to the next recruit class.
Yeah, so Chair, I think maybe at a different time, I don't want to take all the time today on this. I would love to hear the briefing they have on maybe these 5 that started or 4, because I do think that with the amount of vacancies we have, we need to see how heavy this cadet program can support non-uniform, non-enforcement tasks that need to get done in HPD and possibly free up officers. So thank you, Major, for answering the question. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you. And Councilmember Tula, thank you for the suggestion. And I know that you've been really a big advocate as we've tried to figure out how we can address the big gap in the department at this time. So thank you for the suggestion, and we'll work towards that. Committee Chair Toba, okay. No, okay. I just had a quick follow-up question. I like the questions that were being asked about how we can fill the vacancies, but I was just curious. You mentioned this equipment. They're housed where? Is it at the headquarters? You said where are we putting the equipment for the cadets or the Explorer program participants to use?
Yeah, so the equipment for the, basically we call it the KKID program. All that equipment is stored at the Honolulu Police Department main station. And that's why we need the travel case so that we can remotely give it a move to use it in other areas. And also it's used as a backup for the CPT teams also, yeah? So they actually have backups for when the other community policing teams go out and do their KKID events too. So.
Okay. Thank you, Major Kunishima. Seeing no further questions from the members, we'll now proceed with in-person testimony. Clerks, do we have any registered in-person testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the council chamber who would like to testify?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. Seeing no in-person testifiers, we'll now proceed with remote testimony. Clerks, do we have any registered or non-registered testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Okay, mahalo. Seeing that we have no remote testifiers, members, we are now in discussion. Seeing no further discussion, the chair recommends that resolution 23-303 be reported out for adoption. Any discussion, any objections or reservations? Hearing none, so ordered. Moving to agenda item number 2, resolution 24-11. This resolution accepts a monetary gift of $5,000 to the city from the Honolulu Police Community Foundation to be used to purchase appreciative gifts for the employees of the Honolulu Emergency Services Department. And with us, we have Deputy Director of HESD, Ian Santee. Aloha, Deputy Director.
Aloha, Chair and community members. Again, Ian Santee, Deputy Director, Honolulu Emergency Services Department, and we are appreciative of the support of the Honolulu Police Community Foundation, recognizing our lifeguards and our EMS providers in our department. And these funds will be used to just show an appreciation to our staff during either Ocean Safety Week or EMS Week.
Mahalo, Deputy Director. Members, do we have any questions for Deputy Director Santee? Yes. Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Thanks, Deputy Director, for joining us. I think this is wonderful. What kind of gifts, just generally speaking?
We're just going to buy them lunch to make it simple. It's easier across the board.
So the $5,000, is it lunches throughout the year?
No. So Ocean Safety has an Ocean Safety Week. EMS has an EMS Week. So during that week, we're going to use that money to go and purchase lunch for the employees that equally distribute amongst everybody during that week.
And then with the excess funds, can you do anything else with it? Or is the $5,000 going to be
That should
expended
cover,
all?
yeah, there's not going to be
Oh,
excess
okay.
funds. We have about 500 to 600 employees, so
Okay.
yeah, it will cover everybody.
It'll cover.
Yeah.
And will it be sufficient?
I'm sorry?
Will it suffice to cover everybody? Is this amount?
It should be sufficient,
Okay.
yes. We're going
Okay.
to make sure.
Thank you. Any other questions for Deputy Director? Okay, seeing no other questions from the members, we will now proceed with in-person testimony. Clerks, do we have any registered or non-registered in-person testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
We will now proceed with remote testimony. Clerks, do we have any registered remote testifiers, registered or non-registered?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. Members, we are in discussion. Seeing no discussion, the chair recommends that Resolution 24-11 be reported out for adoption. Any discussion, objections, or reservations? Hearing none, so ordered. Thank you, members. This brings us to the end of our agenda today. Mahalo everyone for being here and for your participation. There being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.